Just what the hell? What the sweet hell? Why don't I just rip my heart out of my chest and pop it on a stick so the editors can gum it to death? Lord.
Ongoing issues, Surrender.
Well, this is a new one. You remember that long-ass 20-minute song Bobby trotted out for us all to do?
Oh, yes. I enjoyed all of the rhythmic changes and chord fluctuations.
Yes, it was a gift. Well, glad you liked it because the whole thing was mashed up with all of the comedy footage we shot for this episode.
What? Even my Rites of Autumn interpretive dance segment?
What? Oh, shit. I thought for sure that landed on the cutting room floor. Well, if it found its way in there, it's going to be overlaid with 3 toked-up middle-aged flunkies noodling and doodling and pumping and grinding in their booty drawers in the most ridiculous outfits Chi-Chi has designed for them yet. I think Bobby slipped the editing department some funky weed, and that's why they did his bidding. And now only mass firings and bloody incarcerations will temper my fiery rage.
Every time I try to introduce some cultural edification into this broadcast,
I know they poop on your bunny slippers. Well, Catwoman, since you're presently sober, I say we put aside our differences and rain locusts and toads on the production department. Let's go. Come on, Catwoman. Harness your hussy power. Let's go. Come on.
It's the Dragonsail Puppets variety show, starring Surrender, Bruce, Catatonia, and Henri, featuring the Dragonsail Puppets band. Anchors away.
That dream we left behind, that dream still hid behind the blind. But not the dream, because somewhere we fly. No why, no why, no why, no why. We're leaping to one shape, it's hid behind the cave. We're whispering, we're blubbering, we're hastening and rubbering. Infinity, gravity, infinity, gravity, every pinnacle and cavity. Somewhere we fly, spin out into the wind. So please we find you. Who are you and what's the find? We left behind, that dream behind the blind. Beyond our time, we fly or spin into the wind. We fly or spin into the wind. Begin again. RUTS, over all the JUTS, over every pinnacle and into every cavity, and where everything in between. With thee. behind, there's dream behind the blind.
Cat,
snake, fish,
granny rat.
they're leaping into us,
Yes, they
all
are.
growing from the same side. Hunger blind, we live in time, far from afar.
Bring apart the what we are.
Hunger blind, we live in time. Divinity, depravity, divinity, depravity, divinity, depravity. Come on, swoop down into the cavity. Somewhere we fly, somewhere we fly, somewhere we fly. Not here in time. No wine, no wine, no wine, no wine, or try. All the ruts, over all the juts, over every pinnacle and into every cavity. Bristle in the bush, had a one-knee jump touch, grease the paint and stain the clay. We're gristle and we're supreme, and we're everything in between. Begin again. Cloudlessly we undergo an age in which we flow. Soon you were whatever framed your curiosity, that rounded form, that glistening tip, enabling you to enter in and be. Would that be any less than scoping out and stalking out, just reaching out to press? Somewhere we fly, somewhere we fly, somewhere we fly. and now successfully roving back through desert sand. How lucky we have thirst to share. Don't get until we find it. Hopes up till we find it. Who could be our prayer? Mysteries aware, but only of itself. All piece of all its shell. So lucky we have arms and legs and claws, subjected to know the hidden laws. That dream we left behind.
It's all in self-defense. There's nothing
That
to
dream behind the blind.
listen to.
We're whispering.
Lucky we crave.
We're blubbering.
Light in the shade.
We're prickling.
How lucky we can
We're
save
rubbling.
ourselves.
We're stumbling.
Why we came.
On the line.
How lucky we're stopped by the laws of the fever drops. It's almost as if there's something to bless, even as we survive by grace. We sprang up into the skies, then sank into his depths. He's the mystery we're hunting, sweaty, raw, and grunting. steps to pain. We ain't gonna get inside the spin. We pace, hold the world in place.
Oh, in case you're wondering, hon, Surrender just got cut a big fat check for not making a scene about tonight's episode. Good night.